Hello again, this is Mama Paula, and we're going to be making spinach pie. Okay, so what you're going to need is you're going to need a thing of phyllo dough. You're going to need a large all-purpose onion chopped. You're going to need 6 eggs. You're going to need 4 medium cloves of minced garlic. You're going to need 2 sticks of salted butter with a 1/4 cup of olive oil melted. You're going to need at least 12 to 16 ounces of feta cheese, crumbled, or you're going to crush it yourself. And I use regatta cheese, 32 ounces, which is 2 pounds. I use 4 pounds of fresh frozen spinach, and what I do is I thaw it out, I squeeze it by hand, okay, so that's it. It's about 5 cups, but it's 4 pounds, okay, and 2 large grated carrots. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our stove and we're going to cook our onions. We're going to put it on high, probably a tablespoon of olive oil. Okay, we're going to add our onions, and that's going to be on a medium heat. Okay, I'm going to put that in there. Okay, and once those cook, I'm going to add the carrots and the garlic. Once I do that, then I will come back and we are going to start putting the bottom of the spinach pie phyllo dough. Okay, on so the onions are cooking, and now I'm going to add my carrots to those onions. Okay, I'm going to stir that around a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to take that garlic. I'm going to put that in the pan. Remember, that's 4 cloves of medium garlic minced. And that was 2 carrots, and it was a large regular cooking onion. Okay, and we put about a tablespoon of olive oil in the pan. Alright. And I'm going to set that on a medium low. Alright, for now. And we've worked with phyllo dough before with the when we did the baklava. So we're going to unwrap that phyllo dough carefully. It's already defrosted because I had mine in the freezer. I'm using up things in the freezer with this coronavirus going on. I'm trying to use up what I have, so I don't have to go to the grocery store, okay? So I had bought this about a month ago, this phyllo dough, and that's what I'm doing, using up what I have. Alright? And if I do go to the grocery store, I am going to use a mask, like my oldest daughter, the RN, told me. Mask and a glove. Alright, I think I'll lower that to medium low now so we can work with this phyllo dough. Again, you're going to need a large pan. We're going to need to measure how we're going to fit this phyllo dough in the pan. So it's not, this phyllo dough isn't quite long enough, okay, for this pan. So we're going to do it this way, and then we're going to cut. I'm going to cut about this much. It's probably, I'd say, 3 inches off. We're going to use our handy brush. We're going to use our 2 sticks of melted butter with 1/4 cup of olive oil, and we're going to coat the pan with this. The sides and the bottom. So that way your spinach pie, when it's cooked, it doesn't stick to the bottom or the sides. Alright, so make sure you get that all nice and coated. Okay? And that's coated. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our first piece of phyllo dough, and let's hope it comes off nice and easy. Alright, we'll see what we have. Okay, so it's coming off, and we're going to put it in the pan. And we're going to gently put it in the pan because it's thinner than paper. Alright? And then we'll take the other piece that we cut from the bigger piece of phyllo dough, and we're going to try to fit it in the pan. So sometimes you have to go slow. You have to be patient. Okay. So we're going to fit that in. And alright, now I'm going to take another knife. I'm going to take the knife, and I don't need as much on the 3-inch that I cut width-wise all the way down. I'm going to cut maybe, I'd say, 1.5 inches off that. Just too much. Wait, see how it's leaning over the pan? So I'm going to cut that. Hi. This is Paula, and we've worked with phyllo dough before, okay? I fit it to the pan. First I buttered the bottom with the olive oil and the butter, okay? And then I'm just going to continue on using half the dough for the bottom, and then we'll do our mixture. Okay, so now that I have the squeezed out spinach, okay, in this bowl, as you can see, okay, I'm now going to take the onion, the garlic, and the carrot, okay, that I cooked on the stove, and I'm going to put it in with the spinach. Let's see if you can see this. I'm putting it in with the spinach. All right. We're going to get all that out. All right. And we're going to stir that around in the bowl. See if you can see this. I'm going to stir. Matter of fact, I'm going to use a spoon. Be easier. All right. And the next thing we'll do is we'll add the cheeses, the feta and the ricotta to it. And then we're going to add our eggs at the last. Okay, so we're ready to add our crumbled feta cheese into the mixture. Okay. And we're going to mix that up, as you can see. And then we're going to add our 32 ounces, which is 2 pounds of regatta. Some people like most people, they usually just do the feta. They'll use like 1 pound to 2 pounds of feta. But because I'm Italian, Sicilian, I like the regatta with the feta. I find when you do straight feta, it's a little salty. So I like it with the regatta added with the feta. All right, so I'm going to mix this. Once that's mixed, we're going to take 6 eggs. Okay, I'm going to break them. They've been washed with cold water, the shells. And I'm just going to break them in the the bowl. These bowls that you see here, the glass bowls, it has a leaf design, and those bowls, I think my youngest brother gave me 6 of those. He bought them for his pizza places years ago, and he was amazed. These are supposedly, they don't break, okay? They're one of those break resistant glass plates. I'm sure they break, they do break after they've been dropped so many times or they're old, but I've had these for years now, and I use them all the time. I use them to scramble eggs. I use them for soup, all different things. So I'm thankful that my youngest brother is very generous, and it's helped me out through the years. And he always supplies me with Romano cheese, which, hey brother, I'm running low. So I'll have to give a call to him and get that Romano cheese. We consider it gold, or I do, the Romano cheese. I do a lot of recipes with the Romano cheese. Also, remember, you want to warm up your butter and your olive oil again if it gets thick before you put it in the pan in between layers. So you're going to do phyllo dough butter. You're going to use half the sheets in a phyllo dough packet. And then we're going to put the mixture in the middle, and then we're going to top it with the other half of the phyllo dough. So it's going to be phyllo dough butter. We're going to continue until we use up all the phyllo dough. Okay? So we'll be back. We're ready to add our 6 scrambled eggs to the mixture. The mixture that we're making for our spinach pie today. Okay, so we got all that egg in, and now I'm going to have to stir it. Then when we come back, we'll put it in the pan that the phyllo dough is half of it's. All right, so our mixture is all mixed for the spinach pie, and we're going to put it in our pan that has half the sheets of phyllo dough in it, and so we're going to add the mixture to it. Doesn't that look pretty? Especially with the carrots. And that was an idea of one of my sisters. I believe it was the sister that is 2.5 years older than me, or it was my oldest sister. I have 4 older sisters. So it was either my oldest or the one that's right before me in line that had that idea with the carrots. And I think it was a great idea. It makes it colorful. As you can see, it's very colorful. And it gives it a nice taste. Okay, and I'm going to save a little bit because I know I have extra phyllo dough on this little square. So I'm going to save a little bit of the mixture to do a little spinach pie for someone. Okay, so we have all the mixture in the pan. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like. Looks like this. All right, and then we're going to continue starting with phyllo dough, 1 sheet, and then some butter, and then continue on until we use all the phyllo dough. So our spinach pie is ready to go in the oven, but we have one more step. Okay, the bowl that I used melted the butter in. I just put a tablespoon of cold water from the faucet, put it in the microwave to get it a little, hot. And what we're going to do is we're going to just press down our sides and corners of the phyllo dough. Okay, so you go around the whole thing. Make sure the phyllo dough is pushed down on the sides and the ends. Okay. Okay. Make sure we get it all. We don't want that phyllo dough to burn on the top. Just kind of. Okay. And then we're going to take a nice sharp knife and make about 7 holes, slits. Okay. And we also had a little extra. So we're going to do the same to that. We're going to go around the edge. Okay, and then we're going to put 3 slits in that. Okay, and we're going to set it on the second to the top rack in your oven at 375, and this is going to take probably 30 minutes to 45 minutes. It just depends. You want it to be puffed up, the phyllo dough on top, and you want it golden brown. All right, so until it's done, then we'll show you the finished. So I wanted to tell you a little story of how I started making the spinach pie. It was at my oldest sister's house, and she would get us siblings that are around, and we would help her make individual triangle little spinach pie hors d'oeuvres. And she would have her friends and family over, and we would make all different type. We would make ones that had the spinach with the pepperoni, the spinach and ham, all different types. And then we would, they'd come out of the oven, we put it on platters, and we would serve it to people outside. And that was a lot of work, but it was worth it. I definitely got to know how to make spinach pie, and that's why I don't do the little triangles anymore, because it takes way too much time. I do the big pan, okay, like the restaurants do. So I just thought I'd share that with you as far as my spinach pie story. Hi. Okay. So it's ready to be taken out of the oven, the spinach pie. So let's put some hot mats down. Okay. Let's get that out of the oven. Okay. And there it is. You see it's golden brown. Okay. And I am going to cut it. Okay. Okay, and I want to give my husband a nice piece. Okay. And I want to try a little piece. So, let me get... Let's see what we have. We have a nice little plate here. Okay, and let me show you this. Okay, and my oldest daughter, she loves the Crispies on top. So, you see how pretty that is? With the carrots and everything. So what we're going to do is, going to take a little bite of the insides. That is excellent. Let's see if you can hear this little crunch of the top. Can you hear how crunchy that is? It's wonderful. Okay, so if you like this video, please subscribe, and I hope my daughters like this video, and I hope they make it at home. And until next time, this is Mama Paula.